Boxing King Media in association with Box Raw. Tom Zanetti, this influencer game is starting to kick off. I didn't think I'd be interviewing you anytime soon. Tom, entering the fight world.
Sorry, that's just the reflex straight away. It's coming here. So
you're learning.
Learning. Yeah, thanks very much for having me. First of all, good. I really appreciate that, Boxing King Media. Atif took me under his wing. Atif and Abdul down in Sheffield 4 weeks ago now, is it? And I've just come on like leaps and bounds. I just didn't realise that I'd be able to learn as much as I've learnt in this amount of time. You know, I've took the fight on very last minute, and luckily I'm in the right hands. That honestly, like I couldn't thank them enough because I'm holding my own, man, and I've had a good few spars now in this amount of time. I've stopped a few kids I've been sparring, which are quite experienced kids who've had a few fights, and I've like not won the spar, but I've won the spar, sort of thing, which I'm proud of because I didn't think I'd do it, and then I'm buzzing, man. I'm going. Maybe cut all that out. Makes me sound shite, doesn't it? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I feel like I'm flying. I'm really fit, fittest I've been. I've just got to get rid of this derby, and I'll be flying, and then I'll be good.
I bet it's a bit weird. I bet normally when you got the mic, you're singing, but obviously you're going to answer some questions. But I'm going to get to your team in a minute. You're obviously 33, so the first thing I'm going to ask you: why on earth would you want to step in the fucking ring and box?
Do you know what I've been in this music game since I was 17. You know, like I said, I'm 33 now. I've been in nightclubs every single weekend of my life. I've done 250 shows in 18 months at one point. This year I've done 50 shows. I've been flat out just partying all year. I didn't drink for 2 years over lockdown. It was just me and my son lockdown. As it lifted up, I started having a bit more of a little drink and a party. And then I went into another fight camp last year, and I got fittest I've ever been, and I really enjoyed it. The kid pulled out while I was fighting, so I didn't even get to fight after I'd worked really hard. Again, it was a short camp. I didn't get to have a full camp, but he pulled out. And then I thought, do you know what it is? I've not drank for years, and my business is partying. That's what I do. I own a nightclub, I own a restaurant, I own multiple festivals. Like I said, I DJ all over the place. I'm constantly working nights. And this year I thought, do you know what it is? I'm going to get fully involved, because I get quite socially anxious. You know, when you walk in a club and everyone's pissed, can I say pissed?
Yeah, of course.
When you're pissed and everyone's trying to talk to you, and it's just like, and you're sober, I just can't cope with it. My head starts going. I'm just like, whoa, I get a bit anxious. So I thought, I'm just going to get involved. I run these businesses, so I started spinning on my head all year. I've been partying since last October until like a month ago. And I've always said, like, if you party, when you party too much, if it affects your business or your mindset, then that's when you need to stop. And it comes to a point where I just thought, you know what it is, I'm completely out of shape. And it's kind of come round just at the right time, you know. I had less than 2 months to get in shape for a fight, and Atif don't take any shit, you know. He was making me work hard. There's no chance I was stopping at all. I was getting, and now I'm fittest I've ever been again in a matter of weeks. So it just shows you what, you know. Now once I've done this, now I'm not going to get in that place again where I'm constantly partying. I'm going to get into a good balance. I'm going to stay fit. I'm going to train. After this win, I'm going to train for another fight in January, a massive fight on a big scale, and I'm going to have these boys in my corner again, if they'll have me, and then we're going to take it even more seriously.
Good stuff, man. And just tell me, like, your boxing interest. Were you one of these that used to go to boxing shows or used to train, or has this just kind of been thrown at your way and you thought, you know what, I fancy go at this?
Do you know, I feel like I've always fought all my life. Like, me and my brother were like twins, and we've just knocked the fuck out of each other all as we were growing up. I grew up on a council estate. I come from where my pal here, Mickey, comes from. You know, all travellers and all other kids and all mixed ethnic varieties, and we all just used to just fight each other and like car parks, and just I've always fought. I've broke my nose loads of times. I've got scars all over my forehead just from fighting. But having a fight in the street or in a club or in a whatever, it's just not the same as having a boxing fight at all. A fight in a club or in someone's garden is over in 30 seconds. This kind of fight is, you've got to keep going for the amount of time you're in that ring, or you're going to get knocked out. And I said to Latif, I'm not going to get knocked out. No way am I getting knocked out in front of my brothers here. No way. It's not happening. So yeah, the fight it comes in all different forms, you know. Like, I've fought for everything that I've ever wanted. Like I said, I come from council estate, I come from the same place as these boys, and through fighting for what I want for me and my son and my family and whatever, that's how I've got where I am professionally. So now I want to just take some cunts' teeth out.
That's that's a nice way. But say what you want. Say what you want. It's no filter.
You
This.
can't take mine out because I've got good teeth. My teeth are nearly as good as the Chiefs. Nearly. You got the best box of teeth in the game.
I'm going to bring your coach in. So before I bring him in, I just want to ask you. You're in a position where you could have got anyone up and down the country. There'll be people queuing up. I'll train Tom Zanetti because it's exciting to be part of this whole Misfits brand, etc. Why Atif Shafiq?
Do you know what? To be honest, it came very highly recommended from my manager, Gov. Gov's like my brother. We're partners. He's not my manager. I manage him more than he manages me. But we're like brothers, and he just said he knows this kid called Atif. I don't know how we knew you. I don't know.
Friend of friends.
He's just friends of friends, and then he mentioned, where Atif came from. He'd been trained by Brendan Ingle and Dominic Ingle and Greg and all these people who've had at gym coming and watching me and helping me and giving us tips. That's where Atif came from, and Atif's managed to get them into gym a few times to watch us spar. And honestly, the team is just unreal, and I'm very lucky to be in here. So like I'm lucky to have them. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just because they've just completely turned me into like a fighter. Do you know what I mean? So.
Definitely. I'm just going to bring Atif, come in. Obviously, as you mentioned there, obviously you got Atif, who's your coach for this fight, and you've also got.
You don't like to get soppy on camera.
You don't.
All time.
So you've also got Dominic Ingle, who's going to be helping out in the corner as well. So that's a serious team there. You've got guys who are bringing down that tutelage from the legend Brendan Ingle. So you must be quite honoured to be part of that. I'm guessing you were a Prince Nassim fan as well.
Completely on, mate. And Nassim's he's like the legend, and bro. I've been trying to practice that backflip how to get into the ring, but I've not mastered it yet. But he can do it. Have you seen him boxing? He's unbelievable. I was sparring him first when I first started. I couldn't fucking touch him once, mate. It was annoying more than all. But I like that.
What did I say? If you knock me out, I'm doing the job for free.
Yeah, I said if you knock him out, I'll do the job for free. So I fucking tried. I kept doing free. I'll punch him doing 360s on.
So just talking to Atif, obviously you've took Tom on. You kind of new in this whole coaching role. I know you train loads of kids in this gym out here in Rotherham, the Unity Boxing Centre. So just tell me, how have you felt training Tom, and how's his improvements coming along in the last month or so?
It's been a tough job, Like I said, for me, I had no intention of getting involved in this level. I want to bring the kids up from the ground up and produce champions the way Brendan did. But then Gov gave me a call and he mentioned this opportunity with Tom, and obviously everyone knows who Tom Zanetti is, so I was honoured to be asked, to be honest. And at first I was a bit anxious with the whole situation. Tom's lifestyle is a lot different to mine. But I think...
Be honest, I've been hard work. Be honest. I'm a bit wild. I'm 100 miles an hour. Go on, tell him the truth. It's all right.
As you can see.
I'm a bit wild. I'm trying to tone it down for the camera, but yeah.
But again, I've been around Kell, Buck, Billy Joe Saunders, these type of characters before, so it's experience that I've already got. I've been around, again, people like him. So, but the thing with Tom is he's got a heart of gold, so he's like a big, lovable kid. So it's not too bad. He listens when you're stern with him. And when he needs to, he does listen. He does as he's told.
And if you don't mind me saying, like the whole thing, like I used to bounce in here. I was bouncing off footballs, jumping around, cracking jokes, and trying to have a banter with everyone. And Atif has genuinely learnt me how to kind of just pack it in, focus, concentrate. Before I couldn't get through a round without being all over the place because I was just too erratic. And now I'm just focused on the job at hand. And that's because of him. He's made me keep focus. And Abdul's always there as well. He's right-hand man, and the team's unbelievable, mate. So yeah, Unity Boxing is the spot.
100%.
And what is the dream? Obviously, fighting Jack Bean. If that goes all your way, is it Jack Bean you're fighting? I've got the name wrong. All right. I thought I got the name wrong for a second. So Jack Bean that you're fighting. All goes your way. What is ultimate dream in all this for you?
I really want to. I'm going to fight again in January on a big show. That'll all be announced soon. When I get this win, and then and then I'd love to. We've got plans. You know what I mean? I don't want to. Obviously, I'm not going to be too cocky and too arrogant. This is I'm grateful to be on this boxing channel. Anyway, I'm not a boxer. You know what I mean? There's people who dream to be on this sort of channel. I'm not going to get too arrogant. I'm not going to get too cocky. But we have got a plan, and we're going to stick to it. And hopefully, you'll be seeing a lot more of our two teeth.
That's probably quite a good way to end it. Atif, just to wrap up, what can the fans expect to see from Tom? Obviously, everyone's probably wondering, how does he box? Is he southpaw, orthodox? Is he a switch hitter? Is he going to show some England moves?
We'll leave that for fight night, but explosive. One word for Tom is explosive. He's explosive on the stage. If you've seen him, the way he performs, his performances are explosive. And I think in the ring, it's going to be the same sort of thing. It's just about taming that, which I think we've done now. We've got it right. And we're going to see an explosive performance and a clinical, devastating knockout.
Brilliant.
Interesting. Tom, any last words before I let you go?
Just thanks very much. I appreciate it. Thank you, T. Thank you, Abdul. Thank you, Unity Boxing. And thank you, Misfits. Thank you, The Zone, Sauerland Bros, and just everyone. Thank you, Mr. Bean, for letting me sparky clean out. And yeah, thank you, King Boxing.
Anytime. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Much.